All right guys, today we're building and installing these custom built cabinets. This is the bus life. We're gonna start on our first cabinet. So we're building a 14-inch cabinet that is 30 inches wide and about the full height of the truck. So it's like a pantry basically. So let's build some cabinets. Got my trusty safety glasses here.
Safety first.
Safety first. Let's do this. All right, so what we're doing right now is we're gonna cut out where our toe kick is going to be. So I'm scoring this so that when I go over it with my jigsaw, I don't fray the wood. So we're going to assemble this cabinet we have here. Got all of our banding strip on. Yeah. All right, and there we go. So we got one more piece to put up in the back, and then this cabinet is done. Oh, we still have to build doors.
Let me see if you made it right.
So we're putting up a piece of this utility plywood because I've got two square edges. I'm going to use it to make sure my cabinet is square. Yeah. All right guys, so we are staining this one in place. We kind of put it in there to see if it would fit, and I don't think we're gonna be able to move it again. So fits nice and tight. This is the very first cabinet we built. We've already got one coat of stain on it. It still has to be sanded down and then polished and stained one more time. So I'm in the front cab of the truck right now. Just a few of the things that we've done up here is putting in this headliner, put in some puck lights here and over here. We've built this wall here and we've carpeted it to kind of make this feel a little bit renewed up front here, and then also to make it a bit quieter. We've also carpeted the dash. And something I was working on yesterday was kind of refinishing the original engine cover. So this is the engine cover to the truck, trying to make it look a little nicer than it did before. So this is what the engine cover looks like now. Before it was very aged and old looking, and I even added a carpet top to it because this is kind of like a shelf area. We'll be able to, you know, throw something up there while we're driving. My brand new cabinet that we just built, stained and varnished, and look at this. He's using it as a workbench. So we're cutting out our cabinet doors for our homemade cabinets that we built. Another cabinet door, making them out of plywood, routing the edges, staining them, varnishing them, and they look great. This is the last cabinet we just built. This will sit over one of the wheel wells and will actually house our water tanks and our gray water tanks. We have this kind of larger area here because we're gonna have cup dispensers that will be mounted in here. I am building the door frame jamb in between the cab of the truck and the back of the truck. We're gonna put a little door there. I've already cut my pieces down. I'm using this stain and poly combo in a satin. Color I'm using is a birdhouse brown. So I'm gonna sand this down with just a 400 grit sandpaper. Come around my edges here. Now I am ready to apply my second and last coat. All right, and this piece is now officially done. It just needs to dry. All right, guys, and that's basically the process for the staining and varnishing. Even on the cabinets, we just do a single coat, let it dry, lightly sand it, and then do another coat. And the finish really has turned out great. This is a panel we did right here. Looks really nice. I really like the way this panel turned out. Even these doors, we put wood over these doors, stained and varnished them. We're excited with how everything's turning out. The next thing I'm working on today is putting some shelves in the cabinet we have built here. So it's got a single shelf that's affixed. We're gonna put in another cabinet shelf up here and then another one down below.
Alright, I'm putting hinges and the knobs on our cabinet door faces. Drilling out. What the heck? These will just shut.
Look pretty good because I've stained and varnished them and built them.
Because I put them in.
Who built them though?
Probably I did. Alright, so right now I'm drilling holes to put these shelf clips in. Bada bing, bada boom.
Tell us about the truck. What do you think?
Pretty cool.
What do you think about the cabinet right there?
It's pretty cool.
What we're about to do right now is install our door that is going to go in this opening here. This is a relatively short door, and the reason for that is we want air to be able to circulate over the top and at the bottom, because the only place that we could mount an AC unit in this truck is right at the very front. Yeah, there's the troublemaker right there. 4 3/4, just split it about halfway. All right, let's check this thing and make sure it shuts and opens right. This is probably like the straightest door frame I've ever seen. The light that's supposed to help you on this drill actually makes a horrible shadow. So we got a Milwaukee 12-volt drill here, and we've got a DeWalt 12-volt drill. I'm noticing as I'm trying to drill with the Milwaukee, you see that shadow? So the light's here, and it casts this really awkward shadow right where you need to drill. Oh, I wonder how the DeWalt drill is. Check this out. No shadow, because they have a light ring that goes around their entire drill, so there is no awkward shadows at all. The win for DeWalt on that. So somebody commented and they said, what's it like working with a square box? The walls on this truck are literally square, so straight up and down. Most buses are not straight up and down. They have like a curve to them. So everything you build has to accommodate for that curve, where in this truck, everything's square edges and actually makes things quite a bit easier. You don't have to custom build cabinets to follow some angle or slope, and you can, you know, measure off a wall up here and down there, and you don't have to go, okay, I gotta figure out how to make this square. So it actually has made things quite a bit easier.
I'd say it like cuts the time in half.
Okay, let's make sure that's good. Let the door shut. All right, let's check that. So the next step is I'm going to install this knob onto the door so that we kind of have a pull knob. There's that annoying shadow. Now we have a knob to grab. Yep. All right, guys, so the door is now installed. It's working great. Opens and shuts. I was wanting to get a double-sided knob for this door. You know, right now that's just a standard cabinet door knob. But I went to Ace Hardware. They had these in their screw section. This will enable me to just put that through the door and then to thread on a knob on each side. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it and see if it works. It should work. And I'll probably put a little bit of Loctite on each side of these threads just to ensure those knobs won't come back off. I got my piece of all thread in there, and I didn't have to cut this or anything. They actually had this size. So I'm gonna go ahead and push that through the door, put some Loctite on it, and screw this on the other side, and we'll see how it works. Now we've got a knob on each side.